So I think what keeps my passion alive for data is the fact that it's constantly changing. There are so many developments, so many innovations. Wanting to be, at the forefront of that is what gets me out of bed. My role model is actually not someone that anybody else would know. It's my mum. She was a working mother when I was growing up. That was quite unusual. She actually ran her own business. That was quite unusual, and she did it in a very male-dominated sector. So there were so many things where she was pushing boundaries, but also showing me what, a strong and intelligent and capable woman could do. And that's always been my inspiration to work hard. My very first boss actually was a woman, and she's also inspired me because she was, again, not common in terms of having a woman at a board level, and she showed that you could have that strength and the leadership but still be feminine and not lose any of those feminine traits or characteristics. If I could go back and talk to myself as a teenager, there's so many things I would like to say, but I think from a career perspective it would be a little braver, be a little bolder, take a few more risks. Part of what has helped me grow in confidence generally is putting myself into uncomfortable situations, and I have to draw on reserves and remember what I've done and what I've achieved and my experience, and that will help me. The toughest lesson I've had to learn, I think there's many, but probably one around my natural trait, my natural tendency for perfection. One of the moments that stands out for me when I realised that I perhaps needed to strike more of a balance and let go of perhaps trying to be perfect at work was when I actually had my first child. He arrived early. And I was running my own small business at the time, and I still had a pitch that I needed to do for a client. And so my husband brought my laptop into the hospital so that I could sit there and finish writing my pitch with my brand new baby boy lying next to me. And I think it was the adrenaline that probably carried me through that point, but it was a point of reflection later that perhaps I could just let go of work a little bit more. I would consider myself ambitious, and I think it's a shame that that's perceived as a bad thing sometimes in women. I want my boys to see that they have a successful mother and a role model, and that will shape who they become and the men that they become, and also how they operate in their future workplaces as well. So yes, I am ambitious. So I think there's a lot of great networks now out there for women and women in technology and data, and it's something I feel really passionate about and mentor a number of girls. And whilst I think I've been lucky in my career, I've had some great role models, I've had some great women leaders, but I just want to make sure that those opportunities are there for the next generation. So I've chosen boxing gloves as my symbolic object because they remind me of my Australian heritage. I'm proud to be Australian, and it was growing up in Australia where I developed that sense of fighting spirit, a little bit of being the underdog and needing to punch above our weight to be seen and to be heard. And so I draw on that sort of spirit at times when I need to remember to keep fighting for my corner, fighting for what's right, and fighting to be heard.